What are some girl secrets guys don't know about? In pants hard bulge pick more than actual pick of your D. Sometimes we stand up and things just gush out of us. We always think it's our period. When you hold your breasts when you walk up the stairs so they don't jiggle because that's uncomfortable. Under boob sweat is a thing. Sometimes when we pee a stray drop or two starts to roll across our butt cheek. Or maybe that's just me. How slowly we have to pull out a dry tampon in order not to rip our V tissue out. Periods suck overall, but they are very different depending on the girl. Some women get emotional. Some are completely normal. Some periods last for 8 days. Some last for 3 days. Some girls are in extreme pain. Some just have mild discomfort. Some flows are very heavy. Some are very light. Aka, I'm on my period can mean anything from sorry, I'm completely incapacitated, or I'm just feeling a little worse than usual. If there are any men fashion designers on here, women who like dresses want pockets in the dresses, and I don't mean near my boob, I mean on the actual skirt part. I love my one dress with pockets. After you go to the toilet and you have discharge in your knickers, pulling your knickers back up again is the most horrific feeling. It gets cold very quick whilst you pee. Cold, wet and slimy discharge knickers suck. Imagine that all day long. Sometimes a pubic hair gets stuck under a panty liner. Ouch. Might not be a girl exclusive thing, but I personally need a lot more foreplay to actually enjoy sex. Most of the time I can't get off from strictly penetration no matter how badly we both want it. We get so turned on that our clit actually hurts sometimes. Some of us have to shave our toes. Some of us get extremely horny during the period, or little before that. Not the best timing, and not so many men dig it. Some women have larger labias and sometimes they get stuck in our underwear. It's very painful and extremely uncomfortable. And then we have to either walk funny to try to get them unstuck, or walk very, very carefully to somewhere where we can just stick a hand down our pants to get things sorted. And don't get me started about getting stuck in lace underwear. The feeling of having fart bubble popping forwards and squeezing your thighs to pop it. Whoa, didn't expect this to blow up. Till that, guys, get this too. Now I have a mental image of Dees flapping up like the lid on a kettle. When we say don't stop during sex, it means don't stop doing what you are doing. Don't go harder. Don't go faster. Just don't stop doing it exactly as you are right now. It seems that when this is said, the guy speeds up or starts ducking up the rhythm. When girls are particular about their hair products, it's not just being overly superficial or picky. When your hair is long, the right shampoo, conditioner, drying routine can be the difference between soft waves and a dry, ratty mess. Some girls like squeezing their boobs. We have so many hair related issues. Plucking dark random nipple hairs. Trying to line up when we shave our areas to when we hook up to avoid guys from seeing razor burn or ingrown hairs. Before getting out of the shower, we have to pick out hair from our butt crack that fell out from washing our hair. Pubes growing and sticking out of our undies. Pubes getting stuck in pads or liners. We are almost always at least a little wet. It's not that you're hot. Our bodies just need to be to function. If you have a sex without a condom, we need a good few minutes after to let everything drain out of us. I always tell my boyfriend BRB gotta go ooze, because I love seeing the cringe. We need to pee right after sex to reduce the risk of getting a UT. Some women get blood clots in our periods and it feels like you're giving birth to a jellyfish. I would say this only applies to women who are slightly bigger, but this was an issue for me even when I was very slim. Thigh rubbage is horrible when you wear a dress or skirt, particular in summer. It was also bad for me if I was wearing stockings and they would ride down a bit below my vag, essentially forcing the top of my thighs to rub together in inglorious harmony. It hurts. Sometimes we have to take the extra long stride too, because period blood and discharge can make things sticky down there. At least in my experience, not a single girl I've ever interacted with has been turned on by an unsolicited D-pic. Some guys don't understand how different many girls look without makeup. Every so often, something itches. Is it a yeast infection? Is it a bacterial infection? Is your pubic hair growing back in? Is it dryness? Is it irritation? Did something get stuck in your underwear? The answer is that 99% of the time everything is fine, but you're still gonna worry and squirm uncomfortably trying to get it to stop. And also yeast infections in general, much more common than one would think. And absolutely goddamn ruthless. We also think periods are gross, but we don't have the luxury of avoiding them. My nipples can be like two clitorises on my chest, rubbing them very gently, licking. Being kind equals I get super wet and aroused. Usually when I masturbate I stimulate a nipple at the same time. I don't know why dudes don't try this more when I ask. Most go at my chest like they want to smoosh my boobs like dough or suck a nipple like they're angry and trying to lengthen it. What I think they don't get is there's so much versatility in the body. I like rough play too, but tender play is a whole other lovely world. Expected girl secrets. Got mostly girl secrets posts instead. The true reason we go to the toilet together is, that the waiting queue would usually so long that alone we will get really bored and feel a little excluded from the conversation for some minutes when we come back to the group. So we go together and chat the whole time we are waiting. I'm super late to this party, but I'll lift my boobs up so I feel like I can breathe without the weight of them. Have no idea if anyone else does this tbh. It's a great feeling. Sometimes a hug will do a million times more good than trying to get me to explain why I'm upset. Largely because I'm probably overwhelmed with my feelings and need to process them before I can explain them. The fastest way to process and get them out? A hug to feel loved. Heavy makeup and no makeup looks mean something completely different than what you're thinking. Sometimes if I'm struggling with a mechanical problem, I want to struggle with it until I fix it. If you see that I'm having trouble, take the broken thing away from me and fix it on the spot. I lose the chance to fix my own problem. Edit. Wow. Gold. Thank you. Boob acne is a thing that happens and it's perfectly normal. Trust me. Same with stretch marks around the breasts and thighs. We, or at least some of us, get ridiculously horny on our periods. It's a painful paradox. I may be late to this post, but while we obviously can't get boners, we can and quite frequently accidentally get turned on. You just can't see it. I find that myself and a lot of my female friends cross our legs to help the feeling go away. But it could just be our weird thing. But you can't assume that any woman standing like that is accidentally turned on. Sometimes we just like standing with our legs crossed. I don't care how terrible it looks. If you make me a card or gift instead of buying one, I will adore it forever. We, on occasion, enjoy bathing in the blood of our enemies while casually summoning Daedric princes. This thread makes me feel so normal. Phew. Thank you, ladies. Or queefs are not true farts, in the sense of passing gas. They happen when air gets pushed up in there, often due to intercourse, and then it needs back out. Be nice if it happens, cause we might be embarrassed. And in a funny way, it's sorta your fault. Drunk girls in the bathroom are the nicest girls in the world. The secret of getting us to have sex more is to do equal housework and organizing so that we aren't so ducking tired all the time. I don't know if it has been said, but I always think I'm pregnant. Craving a certain food, must be prego. Period didn't show up the minute I thought it would. I'm clearly having a child. Having said that, my husband and I are currently trying, so I'm at a constant state of totes prego. We love it when you moan and make noises during sex. Don't be the silent type. Let me know I'm pleasing you, goddammit. We squirm around sometimes to unstick our underwear from our thighs. For duck's sake, if I say I'm about to come, that does not mean change one single thing about what you're doing. Don't go faster or slower, or God forbid change the position. Just stay exactly as you are, please. If you have a sense of humor and can make us giggle uncontrollably, you're way more attractive than any muscular piece of man out there. Single dad with a daughter. This thread feels so important and also mind-numbingly terrifying. Probably my biggest girl secrets. 1. If I have a purse backpack, I'm carrying enough snacks for 3 people for a full day. 2. No matter where I am in my period cycle, said purse backpack also has a couple panty liners. tampons, and a pad, in case anyone else gets hit with their period unexpectedly. Personally, I stick with my Diva cup, but I got your back. Girls, when you come inside of us, it changes our personal smell for a few days. Guys think girls are really complex, but that's not always the case. I mean, sure, sometimes I have a lot going on in my head, but other times, when we're in the car and I'm silent and you think I'm angry about something, I'm just thinking I wish I'd ordered the tacos at dinner instead of the chicken. Or did I remember to switch the laundry over? Damn. If you see me walking into the bathroom with a makeup bag, I'm not doing my makeup. I have my period and I hide my pads, tampons in the bag. Some women like men's fashion more, or at least I do. Sometimes when we don't want to have a sex with you, it has nothing to do with you. We aren't feeling sexy. We are feeling gross from menstruation or menopause. We have something troubling us. Maybe a yeast infection. Maybe I haven't shaved, or I fear my vag ain't that fresh. And sometimes, I really do have a headache. Don't worry about it. If we have sat on that peen a few times and we always text call you back, you're golden. Sometimes we just play with our pubes when we're bored. No sexual aspect to it. A lot of guys don't notice this, but our pockets are basically non-existent when we get the pleasure of even having them with our pants. It sounds like a minor problem, but it really is a pain in the ass to carry around keys, or phone, etc. That's why so many of us get big purses, so that we don't have to struggle all day, but then it sucks to carry a bag all day too, so there's really no way around it. I guess what I'm trying to say is, enjoy your huge, always there, pockets. Sometimes we don't really know what's wrong or why we're so upset, so stop asking what's wrong repeatedly and just hug and love us. Probably late to this, but if you're talking to a girl at a bar club and then a friend comes up to you both with some reason she needs to leave, she most likely asked the friend to do that. It's usually the safest way to get out of a conversation with a creepy or uncomfortable vibe. Her friend isn't cock blocking you. You're most likely cock blocking yourself. Sometimes we just stand in the shower and watch the period blood drip down like we are showering after a bloody, dangerous fight for our freedom. I find things he says to me, dirty talk, and the noises he makes in the bedroom are the main ingredients to whether I'm going to come or not. Oh yeah, and plenty of foreplay included. And whatever you do, don't go straight to the clit and start jackhammering away. That hurts like hell. Take time to tease and gently work your way around it before you even graze over it. Taking your bra off at the end of the day truly is the best feeling in the world. I was just reading the guy version of this, and apparently it's that women do most of the non-body related stuff in that thread, too. Like laughing because you got a weird mental image of a T-Rex in a fighter jet out of nowhere and then feeling awkward about explaining it. Staring off into space while contemplating weird it and sometimes accidentally looking like you're staring at someone as a result. Not being able to automatically guess why your partner is angry or not immediately picking up on subtle hints. Fantasizing about saving yourself, others, and being the hero. That's not guy stuff. That's human stuff. I do that stuff all the time, and so does every woman I've talked to about it and or dated lived with. We know you do that because we do it too. Sometimes I even voice my hero fantasies out loud in the shower if I'm home alone. Some of us like our alone time. Don't freak out if we don't text you back after a while. I'm the kind of girl that drops off the map for weeks at a time. But I'll always return. Always. I just like the outdoors and my quiet time. In this thread, bodily fluids. Lots of them. Be warned. The fancier women's bathrooms usually have a couch so we can sit and talk to each other while our men wait impatiently outside thinking we're touching up our makeup. Note, I do not mean changing station. We have those too, lol. Stop pulling my boobs out over the top of my bra. Yes, I'm aware it can be sexy, however doing this stretches the bra out and those things are expensive and sometimes difficult finding the best fit. Some of us, especially the natural hair black girls, spend more on our hairs than in clothes or night outs. If you're a guy who pulls his D completely out and back in during sex, you're literally pumping air into us and it ducking hurts when you're inflated like a balloon. Keep it in. We rarely wear matching bra and panties, if at all. Shaving down there is a pain in the butt. You get ingrown hairs and your underwear rubs against you, causing you to get red bumps. So if your girl is starting to grow down there, don't make her feel insecure about it. She's probably just growing out to make sure she doesn't have some more painful bumps. Sometimes if you sit down to pee and you accidentally sit at a slight angle, your whole opposite butt cheek gets covered in pee. Very annoying. You get super horny on your period. Like, super horny. And unfortunately it makes it more complicated to masturbate because you don't want to get blood everywhere. Duck periods. We like foreplay. Totally underrated these days. Pregnancy is way harder than you think it is. Even on a good day, I had pain or at least discomfort in obscure parts of my body that overwhelmed me. The exhaustion is unparalleled. The hormones, the muscle spasms, bone aches, crushing fears, uncontrollable circumstances. It is a lot to handle. And you literally cannot get a break from those things until the kid comes out. Then you have a whole new set of things to deal with. I say this as someone who actively wanted to get pregnant and will likely do it again someday. I love my daughter, and I loved a lot of things about being pregnant with her. But it was also kinda the worst. And birthing her was another nightmare in itself. So basically, react to pregnant and postpartum women with twice the kindness and empathy you think they deserve. That your period doesn't just stop all of a sudden. It's not bleed for X amount of days and then it just magically stops. Now there's still a little bit of extra stuff left, so feisty times aren't really gonna work the instant I'm off my period. IDK if that's for everyone or just me, but oh grave a circumflex a diaresis. After we've given birth, we like to share all the gory details of it with other women who has given birth. Also compete a little on who had it worst best. Got orange sized hemorrhoid after labor. Honestly couldn't poop for 3 weeks. Men's hands can be incredibly attractive to straight B women. Guys, if you catch a woman looking at your hands, it means she's visualizing what they'd feel like on her body when you're having sex. If a woman comments positively on your hands, or touches your hands, she wants you. Keep your nails clean and well trimmed. We actually genuinely like when guys are okay with embracing some femininity or just appreciate girly things instead of mocking it. Seriously, you don't have to like stereotypically feminine things. But it really makes us like you a lot more if you're open to learning about things we like or being a little girly every once in a while. It shows you're secure in yourself and not immature. Plus it kind of sucks to have things you enjoy mocked so much because it's seen as stereotypical. Flavored lubes are a no-go if Pi 6 is expected. If it's sweet it becomes a smorgasbord for the natural flora of bacteria down there, which leads to stuff like yeast infections and bacterial vaginosis. Also our body hair is just like yours. If you don't shave, don't expect your girlfriend to do so. Looking hairless is hard and itchy work : Most of us don't want to have a sex with a giant dick you see in porn. Cervix bashing is painful. Also, we don't really discuss D size with our friends. Pain during sex doesn't not equal pleasure. Some guys tend to think that if a girl is feeling a bit of pain it means he's large and she secretly loves it, but this isn't the case. Some women like me have stronger V muscles, meaning my V is a little tighter than average, which also means sex with anyone is painful at first, so listen to your girl. Take your time. If you're with a girl like me, allow her time to relax and enter slowly. Also lots of foreplay is a must. In my case I need lots of foreplay and lots of lube, and even then I still need the dude to enter slowly and give me second to relax before he can start pumping and it to feel pleasurable. Just listen to what the girl you're with wants. Every girl is different. Just because your ex loved hardcore fast pumping doesn't mean your new girl will. Dry humping is great foreplay. I marvel at my own boobs when they jiggle if I walk quickly walking downstairs while I'm wearing a t-shirt and a nice bra. Them ladies so round and pretty. Copyright earring. I then catch myself and look up quickly with a highly conceited facial expression and pretend to have been looking on the floor, thinking about something incredibly important. It shouldn't be a secret, but I am baffled at how many guys don't know this. Girls have 3 holes, not 2. The urethra, for peeing, located in between the clitoris and the veal canal. Kinda tiny. The V or veal canal, you know its functions. And while we're here you should know we can't hold our periods in. We have no control over it, though we can flex its walls during sex by contracting our Kegel muscles. The anus, well, it's pretty dynamic, but pooping is the main function.